In the near century since my grandsire claimed the Isle of Tarth, the blood of the bastard bull fastened in the veins of many noble houses of Westeros. We have grown in might, in gold, and in glory. Though gifted in war, the first of us, Sir Dain Taurynt, secured a lasting legacy for his house in the development and construction of the Sapphire Isle. Mighty towers and impregnable fortresses rose from across the Isle, from Evenfall to Morn, from the Straits of Tarth to the Sapphire Sea. The name of House Taurynt reigned supreme. But where there is greatness, there are those who seek to challenge it. It began with our great feud of House Grandison. The Black Lion bastards struck us in the night, putting the whole of my family to the sword. Our banners burned, our people butchered, and our history turned to ash. Every legacy, every past deed, every member of our house lost. And when the last of our kin were cornered, the strength of House Taurynt shined defiantly in the blackness of the night. My kin took their own lives to spare themselves the dishonor of being killed by a lesser enemy. I was a child when it happened, when Sir Michael Cole, one of my father's knights, ushered us away from the blood-soaked castle. But I am a child no longer, and the blood of the bastard bull remains strong in both myself and my brother. Together we shall retake our ancestral homeland. Together we storm the field. And so our journey begins, lads. Here we are within the lands of Harvest Hall, home of House Selmy. They have spirited us away with the help of our knights after the absolute devastation and eradication of our house at the hands of the bastard lions of House Grandison. Yeah, the Taurynt Grandison feud. Increased likelihood to declare wars is kind of crazy. That's pretty interesting. So the current head of the house is none other than Lord Oliver Grandison. He is the man who carried out the final order to eradicate our family, but it was initiated by Lord Humphrey the Cruel, who was then slain. He was murdered himself in 316, so just 2 years prior. And speaking of 2 years prior, our whole family, yeah, we are the last 2 living members of our house. Yeah, everybody else was put to the sword. The Baratheons still live, obviously, but the rest of our family tree has been muddled and lost to the histories, unfortunately. Yeah, slain in a duel by Lord Oliver. Sir Dain the Bastard Bull committed suicide to avoid dishonor at the hand of Lord Oliver. So our whole history has been a bit lost and misdirected now, which is a little unfortunate. We've lost everything, every heirloom that we once had. We don't have it anymore. We have the Stormblade, which was the original sword forged by Sir Dain the Bastard Bull, and we have the Taurynt Steelhide, which is just some basic armor. But we do have some claims on what remains of our ancestral artifacts. Unfortunately for us, we start with nothing. A little more than nothing. We have a couple of loyal troops to our name, and then of course some loyal knights with us as well. Namely among them Sir Michael Cole, who has spirited us away from the carnage of the Isle of Taurynt. He now serves as our second and one of our captains, and I believe he's, yeah, Dain Taurynt is his ward, our twin brother. We, however, are being warded by, yeah, Sir Samgood Selmy, who was brought into our service as well, which is pretty interesting. But here we are, lads. This is the young Captain Andar Taurynt and his twin brother Dain Taurynt. Dain the second, actually. Dain the third, actually, because our father was Dain, and then Sir Dain the Bastard Bull. Obviously, there was more generations than this for the Taurynt house, but again, our histories were completely torched. So This is Captain Andar Taurynt of the Brotherhood of the Bull. Originally, we were known as the Bull Knights in the original days of the adventuring Bastard Bull himself. But we are an order made anew, and the bonds of brotherhood will hold us close together. This is actually our blood brother as well as our twin brother, so the two of us are quite close. But alas, the journey of vengeance and justice and our return home to our ancestral homelands begins with a single step, and this shall be our first. Now, if this tale has earned your favor, strike the like button, swear the oath by subscribing, and take your place among the knights of this channel. Leave a comment down below, for every word strengthens the realm and feeds the algorithm gods. But without further ado, back to our adventure. Of course, we're going to try and avoid any, criminal contracts, as it were. So I say we begin by rescuing a fair subject. Aha! My dear nephew, I eagerly propose to formalize the ties that already bind us together. Signed, Lord Robert of the Freezing Renegades. Nice. Alright, so we have one ally, at least. At least we're not entirely alone, lads. Nice. Alan the Honorable. He shall join us as one of our captains. And look at us, just a small child forced to wear the armor of our house as we carry on the legacy of the Bastard Bull. Ah, damn it. Master Alan succumbed to fatal apoplexy and it canceled our contract. That's quite unfortunate. Alright, we're also going to cheese the traveling system just a tad bit as we take a swift journey and visit all these lands here for the traveling XP. There we go. We're going to scout for talent along the way as we travel. And we travel to accept this contract. Perfect. Let us get on with our task, lads. Yeah, I am no beggar. I am Andar of House Taurynt. Very nice. We gained some prestige out of that. That's good. Young little 8-year-old, 9-year-old now, demanding what is his, I suppose. That's pretty interesting. Ooh. Bellard Greenhill, son of Lord Robert. You want your spinning top, huh? Do ya? Then go get it. Now to keep the spiders and snakes company, it's lost forever. Nice. So as we go about our journey, we are also growing up into a fully grown lad. We do have the rowdy childhood trait. So obviously having some kind of stats that give us some boost to our prowess and everything is probably going to help us out best. The options are to make ourselves brave, make ourselves stubborn, or make ourselves wrathful. I believe that our brother Dain is probably more likely to become wrathful. It looks like he's actually going the opposite. He's become humble and stubborn. I think we're going to grab for ourselves the brave trait, however. Nice. And our first successful contract is done, thank goodness. Damn. Right off the bat, somebody is plotting to kill me. That's crazy. A 10-year-old. Imagine that. Damn. Lady Cassandra of Crake Hall. Yeah, she's a Grandison. Rouse me not, they said. I'm gonna oust her as a murderer and a schemer. She tried to murder me, a 10-year-old. That's crazy. Oh, look at that. The Grandisons. Yeah, Sir Oliver. He's at war, defending against Lord Wylus, the Brute of the Reach, in the War of Revenge. Yeah, I think one of our past... Yeah, Lady Violet Tyrell was once betrothed to Sir Gendry Taurynt. And they were both murdered. Yeah, was slain in a duel by Lord Oliver, and all their house were executed by Lord Oliver of Grandview. That's interesting. Her original liege was Sir Dain the Bastard Bull of House Storm. Or of House Taurynt. Yeah, so it looks like the Reach is now at war with the Grandisons. This would be an interesting opportunity for us to jump in this war pretty early on. We ourselves, however, would not be able to jump in there as a captain, I don't think. We're still too young, so it wouldn't serve us well to be able to do that. Nice. So with our 536 gold, what we're going to do is I think we're going to get ourselves some more men. So we managed to gain another man-at-arms unit for armored footmen. I think we need to get ourselves some crossbowmen. We have heavy horsemen, so I wonder if we can get some pikemen as well. They're both relatively cheap and would give us less than 500 in troops. But if we utilize the rest of our gold... Oh yeah, it would only be 95. So let's maybe upgrade some of these units still. There we go. We have 75 gold left. Let us see if we can't join in this war. Offer military assistance in the War of Revenge. Come on, man. Nice. And they have accepted, lads, which means we now raise our local army of men-at-arms. 504 men. It's not much, but it is honest work. Our greatest warrior here. Farron is actually ill, so I don't... Oh, but he's got 19 prowess. Alright. He's already in the army. It should be fine. We'll get him to lead. Are we fighting against Highscar right now? Oh, it's the whole of the Stormlands, is it? Oh, it sure is. The whole of the Stormlands has joined in this fight. Damn, that's crazy. We have them mad outnumbered, though. Yeah, the Reach has 60,000 men to the 20,000 that the Grandisons now have. And that's including the strength of the Baratheons. So, it's a shame, but we'll be fighting against our own. Yeah, let's see if we can't jump in here, lads. We're going to take some attrition along the way. But let's cut them off and get there quickly, boys. Chase down the Black Lion bastards. Give them no room to flee. Come on, get there, lads. Get there. We're taking a lot of attrition just traveling through enemy territory, unfortunately. But I think we get there in time. Get there. Yes, we caught him. Come on, you Reachman bastards. Yes. Reinforce us just in time. Oh, it's beautiful. Amazing work. Beautifully done. We did lose a fat number of troops out of that, though. Yeah, we suffered 206 losses, but that's out of the full might of the army right there. They lost 3,000 men, almost 4,000 men. Yeah, we didn't lose a single captain, which is good. Neither did they, though, so at least there's that. Our antlermen took some casualties, crossbows, pikemen. Yeah, we took a bit of casualties. The captain themselves, though, we seem to have done pretty good for ourselves. Sir Michael, with 22 prowess, got 16 kills. That's pretty good. Yeah, we're going to attach ourselves to an army. We're going to march with them as we head off to war, lads. Oh, yep. Here comes the Stormlanders. Come on, hit them, lads. Get there. No, get there. Yes, finally. You silly Reachman. Ooh, lost and found. All right, I'm looking for one of my books when the glint of something shiny and metal interesting... Yeah, shiny and metal and interesting catches my eye from beneath the table. It looks as though a small lacquered wooden box, and I've seen one just like it in the master's study. Someone would surely be mad if they found out a servant lost it. Yeah, chance to become greedy, just, or callous. I think just is going to be the best bet here, because that's definitely going to serve us. Our cousin was slain in battle. Sir Courtney Baratheon was slain in battle by Lord Waldemar the Hammer of Golden Grove. Damn. Yeah, he was one of our cousins in the Baratheon bloodline. Yeah, now we're going to lay siege. Yeah, there goes the Grandison bastards. Yeah, storm the gates. That's amazing. The Battlefield Commanders mod is out here. We're going to super speed through some of these siege battles and see what's what. There we go. Interesting. A disgrace to the family. I would not have imagined you to suffer such disgrace meekly. A horse stops right by your camp. I recognize its rider as my dear cousin, Tarianne Grandison. We have a cousin? Ah, Lord Leopold Grandison of Galadon's Peak and Lady Myrcella Baratheon, who's our cousin from Lord Robert. Ah, damn. So now Tarianne Grandison comes to throw insults. What has gotten into you playing captains, pretending to be living in a crib tale? She dismounts, spitting on the ground. When are you going to come to your senses, get yourself some land before you continue to dishonor the good name of our family? Relax, Grandison. We are not family. As a matter of fact, your, what is he to you? Your uncle. Yeah, literally your uncle eradicated my entire house. So try again, sister. You gain black sheep for 10 years. Yeah, purchasing land will become 50% cheaper. And Tarianne gains opinion of us. As much as I care very little for her opinion of us, I also don't intend on purchasing land anytime soon. We will be taking back our ancestral home, the Taurynt Isle, or we will die in the attempt. Look at us. We're growing up quite well. We're 12 years old now. Our twin brother, also 12. Our birthday is on the 24th of 5th moon in the year 309 AC. Now, he is hale, strong, rowdy. Dang, and he's already got all 4 of his traits. He's a bit callous, though. He's a little angry. He's just, humble, and stubborn. We are brave, just, and rowdy, currently. And the War of Revenge is won. And Lord Oliver Grandison becomes the prisoner of Lord Willis the Brute of House Tyrell. Yeah, you took revenge for Lord Oliver's crimes against those close to you. Good. Off with his head, please, I beg of thee. Kill this man. One less Grandison for us to worry about in the grand scheme of things. In the meantime, we continue on and do more jobs for the wealthy elite in hopes that they'll share their wealth and power with us. Indeed. Oh, I didn't realize, but we also have prisoners. That's interesting. Timian, who's a maester. His stats kind of suck, except for his learning. Let's see if we can't recruit him. Nice. He'll join us. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. So, dogged determination, a forgetful servant, a door left slightly ajar, and I'm outside. I scarcely have a chance to enjoy my newfound freedom when a low growl brings me up short. Slowly turning to my right, I lock eyes with a dog nearly as big as I am, no member of our household that I've ever seen. Behind me, I hear a servant shouting, "Run, child! Get back inside! Hurry!" We can get Wrathful, which increases our martial, decreases our diplomacy. Our diplomacy is already really, really low, but if we go for Stubborn, it'll increase our stewardship. Our martial is all actually pretty high. We're at 19, which is excellent. Prowess is 25 at excellent. And we're only 13 years old, which is not bad. Gaining Wrathful will put us at 22 for martial. And increase our battle roll. But I don't want to be Wrathful, do I? Stubborn, maybe. I definitely see myself as a bit stubborn. Or stubborn. Sure. And that extra stewardship skills will definitely help us out when it comes to becoming a landed individual. Taking our lands back, if you will. In terms of making money, anyway, lads. Another successful contract. Damn, this dude, Lord Grandison, needs some serious help in his lands. He is really struggling right now. Yeah, we've been to see this man and help him out at least 3 times already in the past. So, that's pretty interesting. Aha. Lord Roland Longwaters, yeah, is willing to have a mutual alliance with us. Nice. 2 allies to count as our own. Certainly not bad. Alright, some of these contracts seem to have lost their luster, so let us move on. See if we can't find another. Now enjoy this brief interruption by the Queen. Open schedule. Yeah, Sir Samgood sell me. I'm waiting for my calligraphy lesson to begin when Guardian enters the room with a deliberate stride and an enigmatic expression. Something has come up, and we'll have to cancel today's lessons, he says firmly. What would you like to do instead? The look of expectation on his face suggests that this is the sort of question that has a wrong answer. Can I go and see my friends? Yeah. I should rest and spend the day in quietude, making us temperate. I'd like to think diligence definitely going to help us out. This gives us +3 to diplomacy. Or, sorry, +2 to diplomacy, +3 to stewardship, and +3 to learning. Stress loss, however, decreases by 50%. Yeah, virtuous to the faithful of the 7, however, so that's pretty cool. I think we're going to take diligent just to help us out in the long run. And I believe that is all 4 of our traits, our adult traits, have been decided. We are brave, just, stubborn, and diligent, which I think is a pretty good testament to his character, considering the atrocities he's lived through at the absolute eradication of his house and his family, being ushered away from his home and then immediately jumping into a war of vengeance, which I think is pretty interesting. It didn't make him bitter or angry. It made him brave enough to stand up for those he loves, just in the name of those that, wronged him. A bit stubborn in his way, though, and diligent when it comes to the well-being of those he cares about and everything like that, and making sure just whenever he's on a job, the job gets done, no questions asked. So I really like that. Meanwhile, our twin brother Dain Taurynt, he is stubborn as well, a little more humble than we are, so he kind of is grateful for the things that he has, does not ask for much in life. He's very well off for himself. He is a bit callous, though. He's cold-hearted, cold-blooded, indifferent to the suffering of most. Meanwhile, he is just, which I think is pretty interesting, being just and callous at the same time. I think that's a little interesting. A callous or even harsh sense of justice kind of reminds me of Stannis Baratheon in a way. So I think that's pretty interesting. He takes after Stannis in that manner. So pretty interesting how the twins have now grown into their adult traits, as it were. Nice. We're gonna ask our guardian, Sir Sam Goodselmy, to be our knight as well. We're gonna be his squire, which I think is pretty interesting. Meanwhile, we're gonna take Michael, Sir Michael Cole, and have him take on our brother Dain Taurynt as his squire. So very, very cool. We now have a guardian, yeah, and a knight. Beautiful. Alright, so we're getting some good training in right now, apparently. And we're studying, which is good, it looks like. For our knight training. Yeah, we're a little more than 50%, which is really cool. As for our brother, 15-year-old Dain Taurynt, he's a little less than halfway. I don't think there's really anything wrong with that. His stats are not that great, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of confused as to why he's like that. I've got some phenomenal stats right now. Oh, I also have a second, which adds 2 to literally everything. So I guess I'm a little stacked. Plus, I have all the benefits of being the captain and all the events as well. So I feel bad. My poor twin brother, he's kind of got the shit end of the stick here. Single digits in all of his stats. It's kind of awful. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But we are here in Shipbreaker Bay, right on the edge at Griffin's Roost, home of Lord John the Griffin Knights of House Connington. Very nice. What is theirs? To New Heights. Very cool. I love that. The Griffins are super, super cool on their sigil. But anyway, we're doing some work in and around their lands. It seems that the Baratheons are marching to war, attacking King Joshua of the Seven Kingdoms in the war against the tyranny of the king. Interesting. And they are losing, actually. They're the only ones to rebel, minus a few counties here and there. Or a few duchies, if you will. That's pretty interesting. So we're definitely not going to get involved there. That would be very, very bad for us. But more contracts and gold to be found, lads. Gold to be made, if you will. Ah, an attempt on my life. Lights shifting, familiar faces, unfamiliar faces. Sounds I know and sounds I don't know. A sharp, cold sound makes my ears ache and I start crying. Then I hear a woman sobbing, large and adult. Voices screaming, panicky, then I am left alone. I'm just a baby after all. Huh? I'm literally 15, brother. What adult would be this cruel? What the hell just happened? That was crazy. Huh? That was crazy. Yeah, that was weird. I wonder if he just had kind of like a PTSD dream, you know? Because he got all scarred up in the attempt to eradicate our house at the Isle of Taurynt. So, that's pretty interesting. He could just be, like, stressing the fuck out. That's crazy, man. Yeah, absolutely crazy. Nah, but we're pushing 15. We need somebody eventually to wed I don't think it's really gonna do too much for us right now, though, if we jump the gun there. So, let's continue on with our task. Yeah, some martial duties should be great. That's fine. Yeah, Instructor of Knights, Mug the Wealthy, Hired Muscle. Nice. Weren't we just here with this lady? That's crazy. Oh, Roland Longwaters. Yeah, our alliance expired. That's tough.
Kneel, my lords. In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the young and the innocent. In the name of the maiden, I charge you to protect all women. In the name of the crone, I charge you to respect the laws of gods and men. In the name of the smith, I charge you to be diligent. I will uphold these vows until the day I meet the stranger. Arise, Sir Andar and Sir Dain, Knights of House Taurynt.
Coming of age. Alright, let's see. With the help of Lord Samgood, I have... Oh, Lord Samgood now? Oh, his dad died. Lord Arston Selmy was slain in battle by Donald Cave. Damn it. Yeah, so he died in that war against the tyranny of the king. So now our knight and our guardian has become Lord of House Selmy. High Lordship of the Marchfields. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. He's got a daughter, Serena Selmy. She's 7. I wonder if we can't negotiate our way to wed the Selmy girl. That'd be interesting. Anyway, coming of age, with the help of Lord Samgood, I have completed my studies of warfare. Even if the highest aspects of the subject eludes me, I lived up to everyone's expectations and learned more than most. My captain's training alongside this has been successful, and I have slain numerous bandits despite my youth. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. The friendship I shared with my twin brother Dain meant a lot to me when we were both young, and to still have him by my side means a lot. Captain Andar, you are a man now. You have gained the trait Skilled Tactician and Skilled Fighter. So we have a 3-star education trait and 3-star fighter trait, which is pretty amazing. My brother and friend is knighted. Yeah, Dain. He has made the House Taurynt very proud. Good for him. Excellent, dude. That's pretty cool. Have we been knighted yet? We have been knighted, which is also really cool. So now we're officially Sir Andar Taurynt, which is pretty interesting. 35 prowess at the age of 16. Yeah, that is not bad. These stats are pretty cool, man. We're pretty stacked right now. I'm kind of grateful for that. Now, despite the fact that we have a warrior's ambition here, yeah, I think we're going to choose our patron saint to be the father. Considering now we're the father of our house. We are the new patriarch of House Taurynt. We are the ones who will lead our home and our name back to its former glory. Because right now we have the house modifier, House Eradicated. Before your house was largely scrubbed out by a rival house, they committed suicide to avoid dishonor. The enmity that remains is promising fuel for revenge. It's not bad. Hostile scheme phase length is 10 days faster per scheme phase. Doesn't do too much for us, I don't think, except for essentially contracts. So once we become a landed individual, unless we plan on doing some schemes and intrigue to murder some members of House Grandison wherever they lie. And I don't think that's actually going to be the case. So, as for our education, obviously we will be going the martial route. For our lifestyle, not too bad. Again, everything's just going to start stacking up and making us a little bit more powerful here and there. When it comes to leading our armies and fighting our enemies. The journey of a lifetime. As I turn in for the night, I hear some commotion coming from around my guards. I can scarcely believe my eyes as I behold Samson, a member of Berenna's own court, is the source of this disturbance. He calls out to me from the far end of camp. Please hear me out, Lord. Life at court is such a bore, I cannot stomach another day of it. I wish to join you on the endless road ahead if you would have me. His aptitude is terrible. I'll take you on, but you have to work to impress. Sure. Why not? I think that's a pretty valid option there. Yeah, look at that. I love how our armor changed, too. We're no longer wearing the Robert Baratheon plate. We're now wearing Honeywiner plate, which looks really, really cool, actually. Definitely not bad. Nice. My brother, Dain Taurynt. So he carries Andar Taurynt's sword, but not Andar as in ourself. Our uncle was also named Sir Andar, and he served as a member of the Kingsguard. He, unfortunately, also committed suicide before the Grandisons could get to him. It's quite sad, honestly. But he was a very brave warrior, member of the Kingsguard, robust, strong. Yeah, we hope to live up to his expectations. Perhaps we ourselves would not become members of the Kingsguard, obviously, as we have the entire legacy of the house upon our shoulders. The legacy of the bastard bull must live on, lads. Ooh, and right across the bay is a tournament by our... Who is he again? Our uncle, that's right. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. Yeah, our uncle, Lord Kyle of House Baratheon. My dear nephew, I am organizing a grand tournament in Storm's End. We will start with the melee contest, a chance to show your skill to all, I warrant. Only the most illustrious of prizes will be offered, true works of art by the best artisans in my realm. Signed, Lord Kyle the Proud of the Stormlands. I accept. So we're actually going to head off and go do this tournament in Storm's End. Nice. And we gained our first available perk. Callus... Yeah. Cass's belly cost. Men-at-Arms recruitment cost. +4 prowess. Can make a request to make count rank rulers or higher start a grand tournament. Oh, shit. So we can go and ask people we've done work for to do grand tournaments in their name. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that was part of the perk. That's pretty interesting. And the melee contest begins. You qualified for Lord Kyle's melee contest, gaining 75 prestige and the Hallister trait. Yeah, participated in martial games. Sick as fuck. Very nice. The glory shall be ours. Ah, Sir Nathan Lugas. That's an interesting name. He's a Westerlander, though. Yeah, small tales. Being part of a crowd at a sporting event can be a real treat. The atmosphere, the sound, and the sights. Only problem is it can sometimes bring as many downsides as it does boons. One such downside has just materialized as I find myself stuck behind the large frame of Nathan. I lean first one way, then the other, but his sheer size occludes the action almost perfectly. I sigh aloud and tap my foot. Nathan doesn't budge. Cheers ring out as something huge and exciting happens. I don't want to beat him up. Excuse me, can you please move? He refuses. That's great. Sabotage. No, we shall not. Oh, we've been cornered by Lord John the Griffin Knight. Oh, no. Damn. We can try and take them on ourselves, but we'll never single-handedly take them on, unfortunately. He's got 42 prowess. That's insane. We have 40 right now. Damn. He's got us beat. And against 3 men, there's not a chance. Literally 100%. Chance that we're severely outmatched. So instead we're gonna take stress and spring an attack, basically. An ambush, yeah. We caught them unawares. Aw, Storm's End gains village destroyed for 10 years. Yeah, enough truce. Perhaps it's time to leave. Nah, if they're fighting here, I will too. For the tournament, lads. 77% chance we win a soldier's victory. Have at them. One more push. Intent achieved, and we are triumphant in the melee tournament of Storm's End. So we weren't the leader of this team. We actually fought behind Lord Robert Baratheon of the Freezing Renegades. So he's another landless adventurer as well. But he was the captain of our team, so to him goes the prize, essentially. Next up is a duel tournament, so let us see if we can't increase our score. Yeah, so we can qualify. That's perfect. Ah, no way, man. There's no way. In my first round in the duel tournament, I'm facing off against Lord John the Griffin Knight of House Connington with his 43 prowess. His 43 to my 40. Damn it. Well, I'm ready, I suppose. A hobbled combatant. Cuffing some dirt away from my eyes, I steady myself as the hoots and hollers of the crowds rain down around me. The baying of the spectators quietens a bit as we begin to circle each other slowly. One wrong move and could end this fight in an instant. John's eyes narrow almost imperceptibly. As we circle, I notice a small puff of dust being thrown up under John's right foot every time he takes a step. It's almost like John is limping slightly. Yeah, if we pounce on him, we won't succeed. John's bluffing, I'll fight my own fight. Decreases slightly. If I jink right here, I'll be able to find out. Your movement ascertains whether or not your opponent is bluffing. Your score increases greatly. Oh, come on. Riposte. A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's links, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. The duel is so close. Its victor could be still either one of us. We advance upon each other once more. We are both battered, both tired, and there can be only one winner. Yeah, 77%. I must remember my training. Oh, and we succeed in our first round of the duel against John Connington himself. Very nice. Steel on steel. Yeah, I sense a win and I rush to claim it before John recovers. I catch the strong of his blade with the last of a quick string of blows, breaking his grip and sending the weapon spinning into the dirt. The judges call an end, and I have won. Victory, lads. Very nice. Lord Alan the Black Turtle of Estamont is our next opponent. And then we lost it to the Black Turtle himself. That's alright. We got wounded in that fight, which is quite unfortunate. My overhand swing is deflected aside and I evade the answering blow. The weapons clash together once more, parrying and thrusting as the crowd cheers and gasps. Neither of us can find an opening. Alan changes tack suddenly and I sense the end is near. I do my best to keep my guard against the storming blows, but the last catches my blade awkwardly, breaking my grip and knocking it into the dirt. I have lost. Confounded! Interesting. So it seems Lord Jaime the Strong of House Baxter has won it. Built to endure. They are Crownlanders. That's interesting. Ooh. The Lady Jocelyn, guest of Lord Kyle. Nice. So the joust contest begins. Yeah, Lord Boris Longsword of Hildreath is our first. I'm ready. Maybe if I hit him in the head. Let's see. Oh, and we immediately lose, so that's great. Alright, I guess we're not quite the jouster as Sir Duncan the Tall, it would seem. That's quite unfortunate. Nice. An interesting round, to be sure. Malagorn. That's a name. And Jason. That's also technically a name, if you want to think about it like that. Nice. It's time to show the world my skill, lads. I am one with my bow! Oh, and we won. Nice. That one's relatively easy. And that is it, lads. The grand tournament conclusion. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowds begin to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. Lord Robert's team carried the day in the melee, and I had the finest aim of any in the archery. Very nice. What a great occasion. Nice, and we gained a prize ring, increasing our prestige by 0.07 per month. Independent ruler opinion +6. Nice. Captain Andar of the Brotherhood of the Bull. Very nice. Pretty interesting, lads. Oh, so my brother Lord Dain Taurynt gained the nickname The Stoic. That's interesting. Yeah, he's only got 2-star dutiful captain, but 4-star formidable fighter. That's pretty interesting. He's done very good for himself, I think. All things considered, certainly not bad. Alright, we head off, and we hunt down some criminal scum, lads. Victory, very nice. Slain in a duel, Tibio the Shy. A job well done. Oh, Lord John, he died, succumbed to fatal apoplexy. That's insane. Man was just, he was just old. Oh, we lost our request on him. That's tough. Yeah, he's no longer our patron. We can purchase some land. Interesting. He would give us Rain Shore, which is over here. That's pretty interesting. We would be given the province of Seahold, which is the duchy, or which could be a duchy capital, which is interesting. Obviously, I don't think we're gonna take it as much as it sits across Shipbreaker Bay and the Straits of Tarth from our original home. I don't think taking on just some random county in Nestoridge is gonna be the best bet. So, damn, Nestoridge is huge as a duchy title, though. It's pretty impressive. Anyway, lads, the journey continues. More jobs to be done. Actually, not much for us to be done right now. Unfortunately, we'll have to move our camp around and see if we can't get some stuff done. Oh, he married a Selmy girl. That's interesting. Yeah, I'd rather go back and try and marry a Selmy. Either a Selmy or a Connington, I think would be really cool, you know, for us. Either them or a Dondarian even. Yeah, the Selmys helped raise us. The Coles helped raise us and spirit us away to safety. Yeah, but they're a minor house. I don't think they have too many people under their family name, as it were. So, I'll rescue a fair subject. Alright, let's continue on making some gold, lads. Oh, look at that. And we've grown our facial hair out. We are now 18 years old. A man grown. And then our brother, yeah, grew his facial hair as well. So Dain the Stoic. I love that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's no one within our courts who's eligible to marry. But, I mean, we have some lowborn followers, obviously. But considering we are the future of our house, I think somebody with more nobler bloodlines is probably going to be our best bet. As shitty as that sounds. I don't want to stray too far from the Stormlands. I want us to be available for when we inevitably can retake our home. Yeah. We have a couple of decisions here that are pretty important. I don't think we're going to become a great conqueror. Yeah, it would just take us way too long. We can, however, yeah, become a captain of the stag, a knight errant, if you will. And House Taurynt would gain the Swan Song modifier as well. We need to raise ourselves up to the prestige level of Exalted Among Men. Currently, we are at Distinguished on our way to Illustrious. Yeah, and then after that would be Exalted Among Men. So we just have to continue down the path that we're on currently. Legacy of the Taurents. Yeah, 15 out of 50 non-criminal contracts. If we can complete 50 non-criminal contracts, we can gain for ourselves Adventurer Bloodline, which is pretty cool. Ooh. Alright, it took us about 2,000 provisions, but we finally made it back to Harvest Hole. And my god, just in time, there's so many contracts here. That's crazy, including one. 2-star. Yeah. From Lord Samgood himself. Don't worry, my friend. We shall join you. Or aid you in this cause. Oh, Captain falls ill. Loris Silverpill. No. Ah, we have been given the nickname the Strong. Yeah, Captain Andar the Strong. The wider world considers you capable of cracking rocks with your teeth. Nice. Andar the Strong of House Taurynt. That's amazing. Strong in many ways. Strong in physical strength, of course. But also in the way of our undeniable spirit. The strength of our heart. Ah, Laura Silverpearl died of consumption. Damn you, foolish man. Alright, so we picked up another traveling contract, which we can absolutely exploit and just travel to all these points of interest. Basically for free, without any provision cost. But first, it seems an inspired person came up. Yeah, funds Willis with 800 to make a shield. Brother, he's currently my armorer. I mean, I'm not against it, but 800 is kind of steep, my guy. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't care, dude. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, we're going to scout for talent. And now we're going to customize our route. So first we're going to go to Felwood and actually deliver the artifact itself. But then from there, we're just going to go all over the damn realm. There we go. We're going to hit up all these points. Basically travel all over the Crownlands as well, with the exception of the Dunfort and Duskendale. But anyway, it gives us 6 low chance of danger locations, but all in all, that's not terrible for all the check marks we're going to hit. So, not bad. Ah, not a bull. That's crazy. Bully for you. Gentle mooing and the scent of manure on old Towberry's hillside pasturelands offer the traveler. There's also screaming farmhands, stentorian bellowing, and an escaped bull from the road before us. The behemoth charges to and fro and in great distress until it fixes on a victim, Kellen, atop his panicking steed. There's an open gate to hold the beast behind. One of us just needs courage enough to lure it. 100% we gain bullfighter for 10 years. This character bested a raging bull. Isn't that some shit? That's awesome. Yeah. Captain Andar the Strong of House Taurynt, the bullfighter. That's pretty interesting. Aha. They're trying hard. They're trying hard to kill me, man. Lord Humphrey Grandison is trying to give me a plush and exotic carpet. And from what I remember about my past being a scheming murderer, there's like an assassin or a something like a viper or some bullshit like stuffed inside the carpet. Yeah, enemy hostile scheme 10 days slower. Good. I'm gonna get rid of it. Ooh, a stand with us contract. Ah, down here in Dorne. Alright, 2-star stand with us. So Lord Archibald is fighting against Prince's Pass is making an attempt to claim the High Lordship of Red March. Interesting. She's got a lot of allies. Alright, we're going to take this contract. The enemy outnumbers us, but hopefully... Here, hold on. Let's do some additional scouting. Our enemy makeup has a lot of pikes. Actually, they've got a pretty well-rounded team here, so that's pretty tough. Yeah, so I'll need more heavy infantry and more archers in this fight. Giving us 1,100 men, basically. So let us raise our armies. Yeah, and we shall lead them ourselves with our 47 commander advantage. That's crazy. Nice. And there we are, lads. Captain Andar the Strong of the Brotherhood of the Bull marches to war against the Fowlers. Yeah, of Prince's Pass. All right, so we're gonna have to hit them hard. We gotta go in strong, lads. Ah, but they have too many allies. Yeah, we might get cooked right off the bat. You never really know. Yeah, so I think we're gonna stick it out back here for now and start to lay siege to some of these Province of Lonely Watchtower. Is this the Tower of Joy? Oh, we gotta get there. We gotta save them. Yes! Beat them down. The Corgyles came to our aid. Look at them. They fall back. Very nice. Get the hell out of here, you bastards. Yeah, their allies came marching in. Ah, damn. Okay, so the war target passed away. She died. And so Lord Archibald Manwoody says, due to the circumstances, I rescind your obligation. The stand with us contract. Worry not, have some gold in compensation. He gave us 5 gold. Brother, you're pissing me off, man. You fucking suck. That sucks, dude. Disband my fucking armies. Dude, that was some bullshit. That really sucks. The one battle we managed to do. All in all, not bad. Willis, Jocelyn, Dane got 46 kills. Byron, Farron, Michael. Michael Cole, he's sick. Damn, dude, that's tough. He's just gotten old. He's 53 now. That's crazy. Michael the Younger. Michael Cole, his son. Yeah, the robust Michael Cole. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, the one battle we managed to do. That was pretty cool, though. I did enjoy that. Nice. We're going to take on Baldrich Selmy as our squire as well. Ooh. The Stormlands are at war. Attacking Boss Lorimer in a war of revenge, but defending against Lord Oliver in the Liberty War. Ooh, another opportunity to go and kill some Grandison bastards, it seems. So, we're going to offer military assistance in the Liberty War. Will not accept. Oh, he has little gold and already outnumbers his... Yeah, he's in debt by 700 gold. That's crazy. Damn, that's tough, man. Well, sure as shit, I'm not going to go and aid the Grandisons in their war. Yeah, Lord Oliver of Grandview's plotting to kill me, the vile fiend. Gained a rival. Gained a nemesis. Yeah, we're 23 years of age now, lads. Which means it's time for us to really start to put it in gear. And try and win back our lands from the Grandison bastards who stole them from us. As the adventure goes on, however, we are learning more and more about ourselves. A devoted follower. A moment, my captain. Dain stops me as I survey the encampment. He is still breathing heavily when he addresses me, smiling serenely. Do not think that your efforts go unnoticed. The men admire you. Children pretend to be like you when you play, and the whole camp seems to think you the greatest man alive. I wish to help you in the same way as you help us. I know of your current efforts, and I believe I would be a worthy addition. Thanks, bro. That was my twin brother doing that, so that's pretty interesting. Jesus, Griffin's Roost is huge. I didn't even realize. That's a massive castle, man. Yeah, fort level +3. Not bad. Anyway, we've officially made it all the way back around to Griffin's Roost, which I find to be pretty interesting. The Captain Errant. Let's see if he joins us. Nice. Oh, look at that. Lord Oliver is currently being beaten down in the Battle of Storm's Edge by House Fell. Yeah, good. The bastard deserves it. Yeah, I'm not offering that man anything except for my blade in his belly. Alright. Perhaps only a few more of these tournaments, or contracts will be good for us. Oh, my nemesis has been imprisoned by my uncle. Nice, good. Yeah, I'm no beggar. I am Sir Andar of House Taurynt, captain of the Brotherhood of the Bull. Oh, and that seems to have done it, I think. Yeah, the captain of the stag, finally. It is said that a mysterious captain comes mounted on a gilded stag to rescue those in danger. A noble steed of radiant sheen and a stately captain sat astride. Yeah, instead of a stag, it is said that a mysterious captain comes mounted on a gilded bull, or a pearl bull with amber horns and glowing eyes of lightning. Yeah, to rescue those in danger. Yeah, the best of his kind. Timmy and my maester. Nice. And yet, I still have not helped enough. We become a valiant knight. Yeah, this character has made the defense of the innocent their top priority. Every new achievement just blesses our entire house. And it's truly, truly amazing to see. Ooh. Alright, so a new Stand With Us contract becomes available. Yeah, Lord Alan Stokeworth. Yeah, he defends against Lord Malcolm Wheaton in a war against the tyranny of Lord Alan. Yeah, I think we'll join the Lord Alan in his war. Draw iron with the righteous. Nice. Sounds like a just cause. Yeah, we'll raise our armies, and we ourselves shall lead them. Captain Andar, the strong of House Taurynt, shall march off to war, lads. It seems they might actually, yeah. Oh, they're in mid-fight already without us. Yeah, and it looks like the Stokeworth lads have just arrived, which is grand. Yeah, so we gotta get over there. See if we can't help them in this war. Oh, inspiration realized. Illustrious small wall ornament. A magnificent shield. Alright, so we obviously can't utilize that until we get a royal court or anything like that, so it's quite unfortunate. Nice. Forged in battle. Ourselves and Andro Lead Quarry have become friends. Through shared hardship on the battlefield, you formed a bond with Andro. lead quarry. That's interesting. Yeah, but that's 100% war score right there, right off the bat, lads. Archers loose. That's awesome. Yeah, to the serene Captain Andar of the Brotherhood of the Bull. Your contributions were vital in the winning of my war, and the bravery of your sellswords is much admired by my fighters. May this payment aid you in celebrating our great victory. Signed, Lord Allen of Stokeworth. Paid 185. Nice. So be it, my lord. So be it. As always, 'twas a pleasure. Yeah, got a cool new wall ornament, which isn't too bad.
It is time, Andar. So it is, brother. After so long, we'll finally look upon the shores of Taurynt once again. I'll muster the men. Ravens have already been dispatched to Highscar and Marchfields to do the same. Good. It is time to go home.
But yeah, I think we've officially done it, lads. What is this? Not feeling well. No, that's not good. Yeah, I believe we've officially done it. Yeah, we've gained Swan Song, monthly prestige per captain. Yeah, plus 1%. That's pretty amazing. The House Eradicated is still there. Nothing too crazy. Yeah, but we have 1,600 men to our name, 1,100 gold, and quite a few alliances. Lord Robert of the Stormlands, or of the Freezing Renegades, rather. And then, of course, Lord Clifford of Highscar of House Cole, and Lord Samgood, our former knight and guardian of House Selmy. Yeah, Lord of the Marchfields. Now, if only we could get the Conningtons to join us, but I was not able to do it. Our relations are not quite good enough. But, alas, I suppose it is what it is. That being said, however, I believe the time has now come, lads. Yeah, Lord Oliver the Brute of House Grandison. Never one to shy from violence, he draws little distinction between physical, social, and mental harm. It all cuts the same in the end, right? Yeah, Fearless Blackguard. Yeah. The Rat Bastard, our nemesis. I believe the time has now come, lads, to declare our war. In the Adventurer Duchy invasion of the High Lordship of the Taurynt Isle. These lands shall soon be ours. We have Highscar as our allies. And we have the Marchfields as our allies as well. King Joshua will not join the war, which is good. Yeah, Lord Oliver is a vassal of the Iron Throne. Yeah, so he would have joined in. It looks like they're still recovering from their recent war with the Stormlands, which I think is quite interesting, lads. But with our allies, our 3 allies, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. We have just over 10,000 men, just shy of 11,000, which is not bad at all. That being said, the moment of triumph, the moment of justice, and of vengeance hath arrived. And there it is, lads. Our war has been declared. It is time to raise our armies. Yeah, relations have been damaged, of course they have. Neutral armies. I say we take the fight directly to the Grandison. Oh, they're gonna flee. They turn tail and they run, lads. Let me see if I can't, call my allies to war. Lord Clifford of Highscar and Lord Samgood of the Marchfields. Heck yeah. My dear friend, he calls me. Oh, an attempt on my life. As I am about to bite into the most succulent piece of duck I have ever seen, one of my servant kneels over, clutching at his throat. Apparently the fool had been helping himself to taste of my meal. At the very least, he served as a warning not to touch the tainted bird while receiving just punishment for his indiscretion. I will find out who is behind this. There we go. A promising soldier, Jacelyn Acton. Yeah, he should join my captains. Grand. And here we are, lads. The great siege of Grandview. As we take to the fight, yeah. to the bastards himself. The blessed armor of the father. Captain, a hurried servant approaches me, accompanied by a solemn-looking character. Let me introduce to you Richard, a man of great sanctity renowned throughout your lands. He was profoundly moved by your fame as a pious and just ruler, and would like to extend divine protection to one of your treasures. Will you allow it? Yeah, so my golden coat of the stag gains blessed artifact. It is commonly believed that the intercession of a holy person granted this artifact divine prowess. Prowess +1, faith hostility advantage +2, control territory, defender advantage +2. I humbly accept your offer, Richard. Thank you. And thus the siege of Grandview wages on. We didn't take any prisoners in that fight. That's alright though. Yeah, we're just going to continue to beat down the Grandisons in their own home. Let them sit and watch as they're forced to stand by. As we take every inch of land away from them. Yeah, here they come. They come for a pitiful attempt at a counter siege. There we go, and we take the fight to the bastards. Nice. Kellen. House Coldus. Province of Shuthouse. Alright, we're at 99% war score, and we haven't even set foot on the Isle of Taurynt yet. I kind of don't want to. I don't want to go and besiege Evenfall. Like, all of these castles were built by my ancestors, by Sir Dain Taurynt, the bastard bull himself, at the very beginning of our house's founding. Yeah, I really don't want to come and lay siege to my own castle, but I think we have to, the same way that the same way that Jon Snow had to go and lay siege, or he was planning to lay siege anyway, to Winterfell to take it from the Boltons. So I think we're gonna do the same. You lay with Mala, some random ass 20-year-old. No thanks, dude. No, I'm good. I have the blood of nobility within my veins. Oh, that was it. They ended up taking it anyway. That's it. That's crazy. Alright, Andar's adventurer invasion of the Taurynt Isle is now a smashing success. You get the High Lordship of the Taurynt Isle and its vassals. You get the Lordship of Evenfall, the Lordship of Brightmoor, the Lordship of Sundown, Might Point, Morningside. You adopt the feudal paramountcy government and gain the trait Veteran Adventurer. We enforce our demands, and there it is, lads. Our alliance is now broken with Lord Robert, which is unfortunate, but I believe we can rectify that in short order. Yeah, you defeated Lord Oliver in the Taurynt Grandison feud. To the false Lord Andar, tales of your misdeeds are told from the wall to Ashai. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. Signed, Lord Oliver the Brute of Grandview. So be it. Oh, and there it is, lads. For the first time in decades, a Taurynt once more sits within the halls of Evenfall, upon the Taurynt Isle itself. Let us disband our armies. It says that Morningside Castle is our current realm capital, which does not make sense to me, if I'm being honest. Yeah, no, I think Evenfall is going to be our capital. We're going to move our realm capital back to Evenfall Hall, which is great. And there we have it, lads. We have been restored at long last. The High Lordship of Taurynt Isle now belongs once again to the House of Taurynt. Storm the field, as we say, as is our house motto, and storm we did indeed. We were a storm of righteousness as we set off on our grand adventure as a unlanded adventurer. Storm we did as we took on the tournament of Storm's End, and storm we did as we participated in many of the realm's wars in the decades of the past. But our fight is not yet done, lads. Indeed, we must fight on against the coming of time. and secure a legacy for ourselves now. No longer just the legacy of the Bastard Bull, but the legacy of the Taurynt Bull altogether. Our house shall remain strong, and our bloodlines shall be secure in our new spouse. Now, I have found a potential bride for our character. This is Celine of House Amandine, above Rock and Water, which I think is pretty cool. So they're Honeywine Reachmen, and her mother is Maine the Demure of House Connington, who is the daughter, or the granddaughter. No, I was right. The daughter of Lord John, the Griffin Knight of House Connington. So she may not have the Connington name, but she has Connington blood, and the beautiful trait as well. She is a bit of a fighter, a skilled fighter, which I find to be really, really interesting. So, her opinion of us is 100% as well. Yeah, she likes us a lot. Our hygiene, exalted among men, personal diplomacy. Literally 3 of our our personality traits are attractive to her. Yeah, all in all, it's not bad. Definitely not bad. I say we arrange the marriage for ourselves and the Lady Celine of House Amandine. That's not bad. I think that's super cool. Nice. We married the Lady Celine right off the bat, which is amazing. Our brother, our young brother, in fact, is not wed just yet. So we can go by relevance, or we could go by prestige gain, alliance power, stuff like that. He can marry a couple of Aarons, Lannisters, the Baratheons, which wouldn't be a terrible idea. My only concern is that we wouldn't be able to call the Baratheons in on our wars because they're technically our liege. So I don't think that's going to be the best idea here. Alright, so if we wed Sir Dane the Stoic off to Princess Lilia Nymeros Martell of Dorne, we would gain an alliance with the Dornish people of the south, worth 35,000 men, which is pretty impressive, to match to our 10,000. Nice. And an alliance has been formed with Prince Delvin. The wedding celebration with my marriage to Lady Celine, we are expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. Nice, but now we have an alliance with Dorne. Oh, we're being made Admiral of the Stormlands by our uncle, Lord Kyle the Proud of House Baratheon. Fantastic news indeed, lads. And just like that, our wife is pregnant for the first time. That's amazing. Fantastic. And our council doesn't look too bad either. Her stewardship isn't all that great, but her +4 would put us up to 20. Damn, but martial skill is huge too. That's crazy. 15, or this would only put us up to 19. Okay, I see. Nah, we'll take the chivalry bonus and put us up to 31 martial skill. Yeah, paired with our 51 prowess, that's freaking impressive, man. That's pretty cool. And now we're made the Admiral as well, which is pretty interesting, lads. There we go. We finally made everything kind of make sense, so we can hold all of our titles again. I remember. So unfortunately, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys. They have patched over the Evenfall building, special building, giving you like +9 to your domain limit. So essentially, what I did was I created for myself an artifact, Lord Andar's Regalia, which gives me +8 to our domain limit, allowing our character, even with such, well, pretty good stewardship, honestly, to be able to hold every single one of the castle titles on the island. So we have no vassals, with the exception of the masters and mistresses who now hold the city titles, because we as feudals cannot hold city titles. So I now hold every single castle basically. But I wanted your input. Do you guys think that we should give some of these lands away? I was thinking of giving Morn and the county of Brightmoor, essentially, to our brother Dane, so that there are now 2 branches of the Taurynt line going forward to succeed us, which I think would be a pretty interesting idea, considering ourselves and Dain Taurynt are both twins, not just brothers. So I think that would be pretty interesting. I think it's a really good option, but I also really enjoy making 63 gold per month, which is absolutely insane amount of money. And on top of that, we have 15,000 men. Lord Kyle is being attacked by Lord Oliver. Ooh, what now? In the Liberty War? Say less. Yeah, we're going to join in on the side of the Loyalists. Yeah, offer to join war in the Liberty War. Whoops. Called to become regent. Heck yeah, dude. I love that we're just that freaking cool, man. Yeah, we're going to go take the fight. We're going to go defend Storm's End and the areas around. Yeah, here come the Baratheons. They're going to chase down this pitiful army. That's pretty sick. Damn, the Bowlings around here. Yeah, but the Selmies are on our side, as are the Conningtons. So we're going to fight off these Stedmans and these Slains and these Morrigans. Did I say Slain? I think the land is called the Slain. Yeah, the lordship of the Slain held by House Morrigan. I apologize. I'm as pitiful as the one guy who sent the Tywin's message to the wrong house. Anyway, lads, we're gonna take the fight to these rebel traitors. Shall hold these lands, defend Storm's End. Yeah, from the onslaughts of these rebel scum. Aw, no. Clifford Cole has died. Our alliance with the Coles is done. Lord Jasper now controls the lands of Highscar. Alright, that's unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. But I believe our friend Michael and his son, Michael, yeah, are still our friends and within our court. Yeah, he's our sworn shield. That's pretty good. Oh, no, he's got pneumonia. Damn it, Michael. Oh, we're already... Okay, we're busy, so... Oh, nice. So originally it had named our child Erston Taurynt, but our wife says, let's name him Andar after you. So now we have Andar, son of Andar, which I think is pretty cool. I love that idea. Continuing on the legacy. Look at that. Ah. Lord Gilroy of Horncross Sound. He marched out against us with his heavy footmen. It was a valiant effort, but we had 13,000 men to the 200 that you had, bud. Ooh. My friend Andrew died. No. He was one of my counselors as well. Alright, we're going to knight our squire, Sir Baldric Selmy. Good for you, lad. Alright, we need a new Master-at-Arms now. It looks like Keylon Rengrove. Sir Keylon is going to be our best bet here. Yeah, minus 27% raised army maintenance. That's pretty good. So every time we raise our army, it costs 27% less to pay them for being raised and marched in formation, which is pretty good. Yeah, we need more siege equipment because, man, these sieges are incredibly slow. Oh, shit. A snake at court. Master Humphrey of House Grandison of Lion's Rest. A scheme has failed. Lady Selene came to me last night, bristling with fury. I've had it with that womanizer. I told him no 1,000 times, but does he listen? This has to stop. The man she is so furious with is, it appears, none other than Master Humphrey, the husband of Mistress Argella of Lion's Rest, ... who now has been barred from ever speaking with Lady Selene again, of course, much to her relief. Even so, the sheer gall, trying to seduce my wife under my very nose and in my very own castle. How dare he? Unlanded, huh? I'm gonna have to go on a eradication war against these Grandisons. Either that or just, I don't know, try and get them to accept a peace and end this preposterous feud. There you go. Good, good. Alright, so we won this war against the Grandisons once more. That's fantastic. Any opportunity we have to slay Grandison men, that would be great. My thing is, though, I definitely need, some people to defend us. For sure. I think, the Sworn Shields definitely help. And the Keeper of the Cells as well. Nice. And just like that, we can mass ransom all of our prisoners as well. Nice. Serve as my personal guard for 12 years. My wife has granted us a personal guard. And look at that. I forgot we have our first son now as well. Andar the second. of House Taurynt. We shall educate him as his guardian. We'll get him pinned as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do it and grant Morn and the county of Brightmoor to our brother. Yeah, so Dain the Stoic of House Taurynt. I'm going to give him the Lordship of Brightmoor and all three of these. Yeah, he's become my vassal. There we go. So my foolish brother had Brightmoor as his county capital, even though Morn gives him more gold. So yeah, literally 3 for taxes versus 2.29, which isn't that much of a difference, but it's still pretty good. And what's great is that we can actually get some building done for him over here. So we're going to construct some water mills, I think. It's going to give him plus 0.7 per month in taxes, which is great. And then we can just get other shit upgraded around here. Now, there is one last thing that we must do to secure our house name into the heights of nobility of the Stormlands once more, and that is to claim for ourselves a Valyrian steel blade. So without further ado, we must fund an expedition to Old Valyria, and it shall notify us once this decision becomes available once again. It is time to summon the greatest adventurers, other than ourselves of course, to our cause. We're called to become the regents once again, which is fantastic. Beset by threats. Please, Lord Dain Mules, this insane grudge has got to stop. I'm scared to go anywhere, and I jump at the merest mention of a Taurynt. We are a Taurynt, you silly man. We could drop this feud. As a righteous villain, as somebody who is stubborn and callous and just, how would you be so willing to drop this feud with a house that has wronged us so, dear brother? No, we must finish what we started. We have no choice. Now, a journey into the Smoking Sea. Word of my interest in funding a voyage to Old Valyria has spread quickly within my realm. Despite the danger posed by traveling there, a handful of brave souls have answered my call. Kellen, Lester, and Barkin. He's a cowardly thinker, godless craven, content quarreler. These are not the greatest of men that I would choose. We'll send Barkin Calpearl and see what happens. Yeah, find me a weapon of Valyrian steel, my friend. Farewell, buddy. Good luck. Rooting for ya. Oh, he's come back, but he's wounded. Severely injured, it says. Alright, so we've gained for ourselves a Valyrian steel spear, which is impressive, but not quite what we were looking for. So let's see if we can hire a master blacksmith. And now, reforge a Valyrian steel sword. Summon the smith. Yeah, a sacrifice. A worthy offering. We create a new weapon. Yeah, it looks like there are some named Valyrian steel swords that we can change this blade into now. So there's Stormy Knight, Stranger's Touch, Dragonbane, etc., etc., Iron Price, Unkindness, and then some of the basic ones as well. So Silver Andal Longsword. All of these are apparently made of Valyrian steel. There we go, but there are some of these ones. And there it is, lads, our new Valyrian steel blade. Let's take a closer look. Beautiful, and there it is, lads, our new Valyrian steel blade, known as Brotherhood. This artifact, this ancestral family sword, much like the beginning of our adventure, is deeply rooted in the sense of brotherhood. We started this adventure with our twin brother Dain Taurynt, Dain the Second if you will, and now we have ended it with the twin bulls now ruling on 2 sides of the mountains of Tarth. The Taurynt Mountains now, I suppose. Beginning with the simple mercenary title of the Brotherhood of the Bull, we now end with the Brotherhood of House Taurynt, the Brotherhood of the Taurynt Isle. Like twin horns protruding from the bull's head, we are twins, raising up our castles. I'm running out of analogies here. You get the idea, lads. Before we part ways, brethren, thank you truly for riding with me in this tale. If you enjoyed the journey, strike the like button, bend thy knee, and click subscribe, and become a knight of our growing brotherhood. Leave a comment below. Your words help carry this banner further than you know, and appease the gods of the algorithm. But until next time, stand tall, hold fast, and storm the field. Goodbye, Knights of House Taurynt.